Hello friends, today I will briefly discuss about one of the very important analytical tool, mass spectrometer, which is important as this can provide the qualitative and quantitative information about atomic and molecular composition of inorganic and organic molecule. The very first instrumentation is found in 1932 and still date this technique finds its immense importance in different analytical procedure. Let's begin our journey. Basically, mass spectrometer produces charged particles that consist of parent ions and ion fragments of the original molecule and sort the ion according to mass by charge ratio. The enhanced sensitivity and milligram to nanogram level sample requirement for analysis actually improves the analytical society. This is the schematic diagram of mass spectrometer. You can see that at first sample is inserted into the inlet system. From there it goes to ion source where it becomes ionized and fragmented. Then it goes to ion acceleration and through ion acceleration according to different mass by charge ratio it can be analyzed and according to the fragmentation and molecular weight it got collected into ion collection system. From that ion collection system we can get the complete data. The overall operation has to be carried out in collision free path. That's why the pressure should be very less, approximately 10 to the power minus 6 torr. So we need a vacuum system while doing mass spectrometry. The principal task can be divided into three parts. First, ion fragmentation from gaseous sample. Second is sorting of ions depending on their mass. And third is determining the relative abundance of ions. Those ions are sorted based on three parameters: energy, momentum and velocity. Any usual mass spectrometer is based on energy and momentum. For time of flight mass spectrometry, it depends on energy and velocity, and for Fourier transform mass spectrometer, it depends on momentum and velocity. Let's start our discussion considering the nature of sample. So, all three phases, which are gas, liquid and solid, in sample can be estimated. Temperature required to heat the inlet chamber is usually 200 degrees Celsius. Otherwise, organic compound tends to decompose with increasing temperature. But while analyzing different inorganic sample, sometimes we need very high temperature and it can go approximately 2000 degrees Celsius as well. After insertion of sample into inlet chamber, two different kind of flow is possible. One is molecular and another one is viscous flow. Usually molecular flow is observed where collision between molecules and walls occur. In this case, mean free path need to be higher than that of the tube diameter. But in case of viscous flow, mean free path is less than tube diameter, and in this case collision between molecules only takes place but not the molecule and wall. This viscous flow is only needed for isotopic studies. Ionization technique depends on nature of sample. In case of volatile sample, gas phase ionization technique is applied, which occur outside the ion source. But condensed phase analysis is done by desorption method, which occur inside the ion source. The potential difference required for molecular ion formation is 6 to 14 volt, whereas for fragmentation it needs approximately 70 volt. In gas phase ionization, three modes are mentioned, which are quite important. Those are electron impact ionization, chemical ionization and field ionization. The most commonly used is electron impact ionization, but it can only sense positive ions. In turn, the chemical ionization can identify both positive and negative ions, and the sensitivity is also better than electron impact ionization. The field ionization is less sensitive than electron impact ionization, but only molecular peaks are observed, not any other fragmentation. So, we can obviously select which kind of ionization we need depending on the sample nature. Among different desorption techniques in field desorption, 252 californium desorption, fast atom bombardment desorption or FAB, and laser desorption, we observe in FAP method mostly even electron species are identified. And as I have already discussed, this desorption method is utilized only to analyze the condensed phase of any sample. Californium desorption technique is excellent for the analysis of high molecular weight biomolecules. Again, laser desorption method is quite fast technique for analysis. This analyzer separates ions according to different mass by charge ratio. Highly resolved peak is observed for quadrupole mass analyzer. In quadrupole mass analyzer, 4 poles are present. To get better resolved peak in mass spectrometry, we observe there are presence of triple quadrupole mass spectrometer. Kinetic studies of fast reactions can be analyzed using time of flight spectrometer. After mass analysis, ions are collected. Among all the ion collection system, electron multiplier is the most commonly used. Mostly, electrodes are coated with metal oxide layer which can produce secondary electrons. From the secondary electrons, one can determine the amount of ions produced from the sample. Faraday cup collector among all these ion collection system can detect as low as 10 to the power minus 15 ampere. Among all this ion collection system, photographic plate has the highest sensitivity to check the ions. Different kind of mass spectrometry can be observed during different kind of sample analysis. Those are Fourier transform or FT mass spectrometry, FT ion cyclotron resonance, rapid scan ion cyclotron resonance, inductively coupled plasma or ICP mass spectrometry, ICP-MS, secondary ion mass spectrometry, SIMS, ion microprobe mass analyzer, EMA. Fourier transform mass spectrometry is important because it can analyze both positive and negative ions, and the sensitivity is independent. It is equally sensitive towards high and low mass. Then secondary ion mass spectrometry can be used to determine the surface property, to check the surface property like whether the surface is brittle, whether there is a possibility of cracking, or presence of grain boundary can also be detected by SIMS. So in some cases, if the sample cannot be volatilized, then for those cases like polymer sample, like those are thermally labile, those molecule can be analyzed considering the SIMS method. Again, for emission rich element to determine the mass, we can check the ICP-MS method. So different methods are used for different methods are used to analyze different kind of sample, and it all depends on the sample property and what is the requirement behind the analysis. Hopefully now you can analyze the sample according to your choice. So the quantity of any sample can be analyzed through mass spectrometry relative to their partial pressure. The partial pressure can be measured by the height of the peak divided by the sensitivity factor. The partial pressure, when it is divided by the total pressure, which we can measure from the sample reservoir, we can get the mole fraction. There are some formula which is given here for the determination of qualitative analysis. You can determine different organic molecule through this formula. Hopefully this video will help you to choose the proper and perfect mass spectrometer to determine the quality and quantity of any sample of your interest. And if you find this video helpful and informative, don't forget to like this video, share it, and definitely do some comment on it if you have any queries. Thank you for watching.